So I adopted a cat from my local blacksmith the other day. Right when we got home, it made a bolt for the door. Hey everybody, how's it going? New weekly update, and this one has quite a bit to it, but one of them's because like an easy-ish trophy game, which I'll get into. If you want to know what this nerd's up to, I try to make it one of these every week, and then I also make monthly videos for my community. So feel free to like this video and subscribe to my channel to keep up with what I'm doing every week. And also, I've been streaming again, live streaming, so be sure to follow me at Twitch, Bloody_Sky. You'll see it blinking over there from time to time. So yeah, let's get into the weekly update. First up, on May 7th, I'll get 2 trophies, and they're both in that Rodent Warriors game I was playing last week. And I get the Overcome 10 Challenges, Positive Thinker. I get that at 10:51 a.m., which is a common silver. And then I get Rodent Warriors, which is the platinum. I get that at 10:01, of course, same time, because that was the last trophy I needed for the platinum, which is a common platinum via PSN profiles. And actually, this is probably one of my favorite platinums of the year so far, probably tied between this one and Fallout 76. And I'm not saying that this game's, that this Rodent Warrior game's amazing, but it just scratched an itch that I had. I really like roguelike games to where you can become OP'd if you play them long enough. Like, I'm talking where you have so much health, so much armor, so much, maybe if you have mana, like so much mana and magic to where you can shoot spells off all the time, to where you can just sleepwalk through like even the easiest. You can just brute force the final boss because you have so much health and stuff. That's what I'm talking about when I mean where you play it enough to be overpowered. And I even had people suggest me games like that, and a lot of people suggested Deathloop, and Deathloop is not like that at all, unless I just haven't got far enough in it. Because people say, "Oh, you can upgrade your slab to become overpowered." And I didn't see a place to sure, I saw a place to have more health, but it seems like it kind of caps, if you put. So I'm talking, I want to have 1,000,000 health if I played the game freaking forever, And Deathloop was not like that, and I think that's one of the reasons I couldn't get into Deathloop, even though I've tried 3 times now. So yeah, this scratched an itch that I was looking for. So yeah, that's why I really enjoyed it. So I'm not saying you'll enjoy this game. You might if you like roguelikes, especially if you're like me who likes the ones where you can become overpowered. But I'm not saying you should go out and get this is the most amazing game ever. I'm just saying I really enjoyed it. I had a really good time with it, and I enjoyed it so much that I even looked up other games by this developer, which I forget what they're called. I think it's is it Jandu? Oh, Jandu Soft. I even looked at their other games, and this one stood out to me. Indie Calypse, like Apocalypse, but Indie Calypse. And it stood out to me because the humor, and also it's a game where you follow the story, and as the story goes along, you play mini games, and a lot of the mini games are like parodies of other famous games. And so I bought that, and on May 8th I start that. First one we get is called Code Hero. Play Code Hero, which was like a coding mini game. I'm not too sure which that was parodying, but if it even was parodying one. I don't think every one of those games were parodying something, but I got that at 8:19 a.m., which is a common bronze. And then I get Splat Poo, play Splat Poo, which I don't remember what game that was parodying, but it looked very familiar. I got that at 8:24 a.m., which is another common bronze. And then I get Enter the Claskin, which was parodying Enter the Gungeon or whatever it's called. I get that 8:27 a.m., which is a bronze. That was probably one of the most fun mini games they had. And then play Binding of Jack, which was a lot like the Binding of Isaac, which this one was pretty fun too. I get that 8:33 a.m., which is a common bronze as well. And then I get Exam Day, finish the first chapter. I get that 8:39 a.m., which is a common gold. And then Jack Trip, play Jack Trip, which was like a runner game. I get that 8:40 a.m., which is a common bronze. Speaking of, I want to back up a little bit. That Splat Poo is actually my 13th K trophy, my 13,000 overall trophy, which I thought was kind of weird. Well, not weird, but cool, I guess. I thought it was cool. And then we get Mortal Daddy, play Mortal Daddy. I get that at 8:42 a.m., which is a common bronze. And of course, Mortal Daddy is kind of making fun of Mortal Kombat, but all you did was dodge the attacks. You didn't actually fight, so I don't know. It was kind of a weak parody. And then we get play Cooking Roach. I get that 8:49 a.m., which is a common bronze. I'd say this Cooking Roach right here is kind of when the minigames started going downhill and got more annoying. And then Geometry Jack right here, 8 8:54 a.m., which is another common bronze. Geometry Jack was a parody of Flappy Bird, I guess. And I've always hated Flappy Bird. I never got the appeal to it. And so all this game did was made me rage. This right here, this minigame right here, that took all the fun out of the game for me too. After I beat this, I just wanted it to be over and finished the second chapter at 9:14. So it took me 20 minutes to beat this Geometry Jack, which doesn't seem like that long, but for one measly, very poorly put together minigame, 20 minutes is quite a long time, more than you want to spend on it. As you can see, all these others were taking me for like 5 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes, so this one taking me 20 minutes. That just tells you how annoying it was. But yeah, Home Sweet Home, complete the second chapter. I get that at 9:14, which is a common gold. And then Shower with Your Grandpa, I get that at 9:18. This kind of shows you the kind of humor the game had, which is a common bronze. And then Make Up Your Princess Granny, I get that at 9:27 a.m., which is a common bronze as well. Dollar Toss, get that at 9:31, another common bronze. Super Duck Punch, which was actually a parody of Super Punch Out. I got that at 9:39, which is a common bronze. And then Burgers Please, which is like a parody of Papers, Please. I get that at 9:45, which is a common bronze. And then finish the third chapter, Exile on Mama Street. I get that at 10:12 a.m., which is a common gold. Follow the Keytar. I get that at 10:18 a.m., which is another common bronze. Which Follow the Keytar was like a Simon Says kind of game where they showed you a pattern and you had to redo the pattern. Exactly. And then Super 3D Osborne's Ark. I got that at 10:31, which is a common bronze. Cooking Bad, I got that at 10:40, which is another common bronze. Ethan's Story, finish the fourth chapter. I got that at 10:57 a.m., which is a common gold. Caveman Warrior Rules, Speak with Jandu. I got that 11 a.m., which is a common bronze. Call of Rats, played Call of Rats, which is 11:01 a.m., which is a common bronze as well. I guess Call of Rats is kind of like Call of Duty, but instead of bullets, you're like kids playing with throwing the rubber balls you can get out of like a McDonald's playpen. That's what you used as ammo, which of course it was nowhere as fun as Call of Duty. Tiny Chicks, I got that 11:04, which is another common bronze. Dino Jump, which was another annoying ass game. I get that at 11:11 a.m., which is a common bronze. And then Pitch Battle, played Pitch Battle. I got that 11:18. So that Dino Jump only took me 7 minutes. It felt like a lot longer, but it was just annoying because if you hit a power up, you're supposed to avoid like floating piles of poop or whatever. And so sometimes you'd hit a power up and it shoots you way up in the air, and like you don't even know like if a pile of poop's there, and then you just run into it and it's game over. Doesn't have off screen, prompts telling you, hey, a pile of poop's gonna be here. So a lot of times I'd hit a power up and it actually hurt me more than help me. So I finally did it by trying to avoid most of the power ups. They'll make you hit one every once in a while. And then the E4 Video Game Fair, of course, making fun of E3, which finished the fifth chapter. I get that 11:22 a.m., which is a common gold. Fly Hunt, which is a parody of Duck Hunt. I got that 11:23, which is a common bronze. Groomer, which was actually a parody of Root Beer Tapper, apologies, which is actually one of my favorite NES games, which I think it was called Beer Tapper, then they transferred over to Root Beer Tapper, but sadly they kind of ruined it here with this Groomer, and when I saw it I was like, yes, Root Beer Tapper, I'm going to love this. I actually didn't like it at all because they actually ruined it. I would go into why they ruined it, but let's move on. Like I said, I got that 11:36 a.m., which is another common bronze. Bloodhead, 11:45 a.m., which is a common bronze. Violet Story, finished the sixth chapter. I got that 11:53 a.m., which is a common gold. Overgeddon. I'm supposed to. I guess it's probably supposed to be like Ubergeddon because you drive a car and you gotta avoid traffic and stuff. That mini game was probably like one of the better later mini games. I get that 11:54 a.m., which is a common bronze, and then Hotline Asylum, which is of course parroting like Hotline Miami. I get that 11:59 a.m., which is a common bronze, and then Play Crunch. I get that at 10:01 p.m., so it's at noon now, which is a common bronze, and then Check Crunch Mate. Finish the 7th chapter, 12:05 p.m., which is a common gold, and then I got the Platinum Indie Clips or whatever at 12:05 as well, which is another common platinum according to PSN profiles. And then on the 10th, I got the last trophy I needed for Fallout 76. Me and my dad finally did it. A golden future, complete all that glitters. We got that at 1:07 a.m., which is a rare silver trophy. So now I got the 100% done in Fallout 76. We had to side with the settlers this time to get that trophy. So we had to make new characters, get them to level 20, then side with the settlers and finish all that. And then on May 11th, I actually streamed this, win 100 Faction Wars matches in my faction. Faction Wars Champion is what it's called. I got that at 8:55 a.m., which is a very rare silver. Like I said, I was platinuming grinding this and actually got, I was streaming me grinding this and actually got the trophy on stream. Because if it was that close to 10, then you would have think that they would have just released it. There it is, silver trophy, Faction Wars Champion, trophy earned. I know you can't see that in stream. You probably see that black blob looking thing. I hate that. And then my last trophy for the week so far was binding or show off 50 times 50, perform a back-to-back 50 times and complete matches. I got that at 7:34 a.m., which is an uncommon bronze. All right, so we'll look at my games down here. Rodent Warriors was at 97%. Now it's at 100. Indie Clips was, I just started it and it's at 100. Fallout 76 was at 97% as well. Now it's at 100. WWE 2K22 was 80%. Now it's at 82. And Puyo Puyo Tetris is at 40%. Now it's at 42. And we look at my trophy stats up here. My trophy level is now 522, which is an increase of 1. My overall trophies is at 13,036, which is an increase of 40. My platinums is at 121, which is an increase of 2. My golds is at 807, which is an increase of 7. My silvers is at 2,368, which is an increase of 3, which is an increase of 3. And then my bronze is at 9,740, which is an increase of 28. And then my games played is at 627, which is an increase of 1. Games completed is at 122, which is an increase of 3. My completion percentage still above that 50%, which, like I said, I'm going to try to give myself a little bit of padding before I start a bunch of, random plus games that they've given out over the years. So it's at 50.17%, which is an increase of 0.11%. My unearned trophies are now at 11,355, which is a decrease of 5. My trophies per day, yay, it finally went back up to 2.44, but we'll see if I can keep it there, because I still have a little bit more grindy games to play. Still got to finish off that WWE, which I need about I'll stop stream at 125 matches left, but I'll play a little bit more. So I think I'm about like 110 needed. And then my world rank is at 20,328, which is better by 166 spots. And then my country rank is at 4,508, which is better by 43 spots than last week. And yeah, I guess that's about it on the update itself. My plans for this coming up week: still play WWE 2K22. I'm hoping to finally get the 500 matches done, which will get me the gold trophy for doing all the lifetime challenges in my faction. Once I get that trophy done, I should be able to get the platinum pretty quick, I guess. I'll have to finish the GM mode in the number 1 spot. And then I have to do a catching finisher, and then I have to finish the last 2 female My Rise trophies, which those shouldn't take super long, but yeah, I'm hoping to at least get that My Faction trophy this week, because they actually updated that game this morning. Well, at least that's when I got the update, was this morning for it, and that kind of scared me a little bit, because I was like, why are they updating this game? The new one's out, they should be updating the new one. So I'm kind of thinking they might have updated it to get ready for the server shutdown. So that kind of made me a little nervous. So I want to try to get that last My Faction trophy done because you need that one. You need the servers to be up for that one. So yeah, I'm gonna try to hit it pretty hard and finally get that done. Get the last 100 wins I need, and then I still plan to go back and play Like a Dragon Ishin. I haven't really played it much because I've been grinding WWE, and then I also grinded some Prominence Poker on stream the other day, and then I've still been trying to get these last 2 trophies of Hungry Shark World. The last 2 I want, last 2 of the 3 I want. And yeah, other than that, I don't know. I do plan to stream again this coming up week. I'm not too sure what I'm going to stream. That's been a problem of mine. You know, I don't know if it's more entertaining to watch me play multiplayer games like when I streamed Evil Dead, or, you know, I don't know if people like to poker one, you know, or do you just, I know some of y'all don't care. You just want to chat with me live and watch whatever I'm gaming in. So I don't know. You know, I still plan to stream, but I'm just not too sure what. Maybe I'll start up a new game and stream that. We shall see. Speaking of streams, I'll post some of the highlights. Well, some of the things I thought were highlights from my streams. You know, some of the things I thought were funny. You know, that happened to me in this past stream. Maybe I said something funny or something happened kind of funny, or just to show off, you know, my luck in streaming. So here are some streaming clips. As always, like I said, feel free to follow me on Twitch. I plan to stream more. Bloody_Sky over there. And yeah, have a wonderful day, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back next week. But then that whole kind of controversy happened, and then they didn't. But now I think they're airing it now. Why can I not Kevin Nash over there? There we go. Get out of the way, ref. When most people think of Ron Perlman, they think of Hellboy. Me, I think of Fallout. He's been the open narrator for most Fallout games for a while. War never changes. Ooh, 3 of a kind 10. Oh, what has he got now, man? I'll call. I do have a 3 of a kind. Dang it, man. Straight. My luck, I swear. I can't even win with a 3 of a kind. At least I got some rep for it. Bad beat trips. Oh, 3 of a kind queens. That's pretty good. 3 of a kind kings is pretty good, so I'll call this guy. What? Yeah. Oh my god. I can't even win 3 of a kind queens? Really? Really? Let's see here. World's best bluffer mode, which I am not. Hey, a fuzzy nut. I'll put my fuzzy nuts on the table. We'll do that. I'm sorry, my fuzzy nut. I only got one of them. My bad. I thought I had 2. I was mistaken. I was thinking of something else. Apologies. You know what? Screw it. I don't freaking care anymore. I really don't. Okay, well. Oh, my pair of kings beat his pair of queens, but watch you get another queen. Wow, I'm shocked. I am shocked.